Forster, and we are live. It's Wednesday. We're getting ready to do our weekly series, Love It, Thank It, Bring It. And I'm here on Facebook. I'm about to hit the go live button on my webinar here. I've got my laptop right in front of me, which I hope the computer isn't blocking the screen here, but we go live at 11 o'clock, and I do it both on Facebook and on Webinar Jam in case you can't be here on Webinar Jam, although I highly encourage you to do it here because the chat box is here and you can see my gifts and offerings here, and then you can go back and replay from here. So if you want, I can send you a link to register at Webinar Jam once this recording is over. But it's 11 o'clock, so I'm going to hit the go live button now. And here we go. It's a really fun topic. So let's get started. Hey there, it's Diane Forster, and welcome to Love It, Thank It, Bring It. This is our weekly webinar series where we live the I Have Today way, which is intentionally, fully in every area of our life, every day of our life. And each week on this series, we take on a new topic that shows up in our lives and how it shows up in our lives. And to create awareness of how it's showing up in our lives. And I give you 3 tools, tips, strategies, techniques on ways where you can make this work for you in your life in a better, more intentional way. So if you notice, I'm in a little different background. That's because I'm coming to you from Austin, Texas today. I'm not in my office in San Diego, so just changing things up. But we're here and we are live. And the name of our title of our show today is called The Power of the Shower. 3 steps to capitalize your genius ideas. And why I picked this is because did you know that according to Business Insider that 72% of people get their best ideas in the shower? I don't know about you, but after this webinar, you're going to realize how much does happen to you there. But I know for me, I get so many great ideas when I'm in the shower. So I thought this was worth exploring and digging into it a little deeper to figure out, well, I know what I do with those ideas. I wonder what you do with those ideas. And are you utilizing that brilliance that comes to you when you're in the shower in your life? And I wanted to explain also why it happens. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to give you an understanding of why we are so brilliant in the shower, and other times and opportunities where we can take advantage of that and tap into that brilliance outside the shower and throughout our day. And then I'm going to give you the 3 steps on how you can really take all that information and turn that into profit or abundance in your life. So here we go. Okay. Did you ever notice it? If you haven't noticed it yet in your life, think about it right now. Take a moment and think, you know what? I do come up with a lot of ideas, like all the brilliance, all the genius, all the ideas, for the songs, the inventions, the creativity. For me, it's a lot of writing and ideas and poetry and things like that happen. What's showing up for you? Noah St. John, I refer to him a lot because I love his book, Affirmations, but he came up with the concept of why he wrote affirmations and what affirmations are. He came up with the idea in the shower. It came to him. It was like an aha moment. So there is so many reasons why this is happening for us. So let me get into that. Here's what happens. The genius comes to us. When we get brilliant ideas, it's instantaneous. It happens literally in a flash like that. It's not like we're forcing it and we're not struggling with it. So when we're getting brilliant ideas like that, it's because we are in a different state. We're in a very relaxed state. And that comes to us when we're in the shower. And the reason why it happens when we're in the shower, here's a few reasons why. taking a shower is routine. So there's really no thought. We don't really need any brain activity while we're in the shower. It's a routine. We do it all the time. So what it happens is it frees up our subconscious to allow the creativity and the brilliance to float through. Hey, Gail. And so that's one of the reasons why. Another reason why is the warm water is really, really relaxing, which puts our body and our mind at ease. And what happens is it's the prefrontal cortex part of the brain, which is responsible for decisions and goals and behaviors, gets more activated. So it's actually, even though you're in a relaxed state, your brain is now working harder and better and much, much, much more receptive. And then being in the shower is a form of meditation. So again, it lets our brain enter the alpha state, which again is associated with creativity and flow. And what's happening in all three of these areas, where the fact that it's routine, the fact that the warm water is so relaxing, the fact that we get into a meditative state, is we are firing up our dopamine, which is allowing all that genius to come in. So that's what's happening. So it allows the millions and millions of thoughts that go through our mind, in our monkey mind, that brain chatter that goes on with us, that doesn't allow us to decipher things like that, gets shut off. It gets shut down when we're in the shower like that. So that's why we get so many brilliant ideas. Let me take it a little bit further. So what happens is, personally for me, think about what happens for you. What ideas, thoughts, creativity are coming to you when you're in the shower? For me, I do a lot of writing in the shower. In my mind, I write, I come up with topics for my blogs, or my speeches. I create a lot of products in there. I come up with different, it's just a very, very creative time for me, and I'm sure it is for you too. So what I want you to think about is, how can you capitalize on that? And now that you're aware of it, and how can you make the most out of this brilliance? So what I'm going to give you right now is 3 steps on how you can do that. So step number 1, I'm laughing already, is to make sure that you can capture the genius, okay? So what I'm going to tell you to do is bring your phone or your recorder into the bathroom with you before you get in the shower, and just hit the record button before you hop in, because you don't ever know when you're going to get a spontaneous, burst of brilliance and genius and inspiration. So you want to be ready for it, because here's what happens for me, and I know this happens with a lot of people. Do you ever notice that when you come up with a great idea, if you don't capture it right in that moment, and you try and remember, oh God, what was that thing I thought of? It's gone. It's gone. When we use force, do you remember last week when I was talking about power versus force with David Hawkins? When we use force, it immediately flushes it right out of our minds. It's gone, right? So you don't want to miss something like that. So just be prepared. So bring your phone or recorder in the bathroom with you. Hit the record button. That way you are sure to catch whatever it is. And you can just rest at ease and go nuts. Talk out loud. That's what, when you get the idea, I do it. I just shout it out. It's too funny, but I just shout it out. Or if I'm coming up with an idea for a speech, or a presentation, I do this a lot with presentations, I'll just shout it out so that I can capture it. So anyway, that's one way to do it. And then, because if you don't want to miss the ideas, because that gets so frustrating. So this will take the pressure off of you, and your mind will be at ease. So feel free to let the creative genius flow. Okay. That's step number 1. Make sure you can capture it. Step number 2 is enhance your ability to receive even more genius. Okay. So what I mean by that is, your time in the shower is great. It's your little enclosed safe haven. It's like your church, right? It's private. It's just you in there. So you can ask God, Jesus, universe, spirit, whatever it is you call it, you can ask for anything. Any question, any idea, that anything that's bothering you, any challenge, any frustration, ask. Start asking. Start praying in the shower. Ask for whatever it is you want and allow yourself the opportunity to receive. You're in such a perfect, meditative, relaxed alpha state to receive information. Don't ignore the little signs or the little thought or the little imagery and the visions that you get. That's the way you're receiving it. That's a form of communication and receptivity. So pay attention to that. For me, I hear a lot. I hear things and I get blocks of thoughts, but I'll get visualizations too. So tune into your way of receiving from your inner guidance, the way you receive your inner guidance. So ask the questions. You may not even know what you want. So ask, I want to know what I want. Let me know what I want. Or let me know the path, the best path to get me to that new career, or to get me the love of my life, or to get me in a healthier body, or to get me in better physical state, or to get me more organized, or to get me greater clarity, or whatever it is. Ask for whatever it is you want and boost that genius in there. Instead of just the things that are coming to you spontaneously, bring them on and encourage them to bring them on, if that makes sense. So what I wrote here is embrace the gift of opportunity here. I mean, this is an opportunity for you to gain even more genius, okay? So take advantage of that. And then you have to just trust. You have to trust that the answers come, because they do come. They come when they're supposed to come. They come the way they're supposed to come. So just ask, relax, and trust. Okay, that's step number 2. So enhance your ability to receive even more genius. Okay, step number 3 is create other opportunities to receive that genius when you're out of the shower. That's not the only place where genius comes. Genius comes to us, and brilliance and ideas and things like that can come to us whenever we're in a relaxed state. So use that form to find other ways to reach it, okay? And know that the shower is a time where we literally become a receiving portal of all that creativity and bolts of information, but it's not the only time of the day where it can be done. So here I've listed some other ways and other areas and times in your life. Meditation, huge way. I know that's huge for me. And meditation, I talk about this all the time. I'm doing a webinar in a couple of weeks all on meditation. You don't always get the answers then. That's your time to quiet your mind. You could get the answers in meditation, but you'll also get them throughout the day. But meditation, of course, is one of the biggest ways. Another way is driving. I love the opportunity to go on a road trip. I love the opportunity to get in my car, listen to music or inspirational, motivational recordings, or even just listening, having the windows open and listening to the breeze and having nothing on. I get so many ideas on a road trip in the car. Even if I'm just, going from San Diego to LA, it doesn't have to always be a road trip, but I love the genius that comes when I'm driving in the car. So I always have my phone handy. I know, no, I'm not doing anything illegal, but I always hit the record button as soon as I get an idea. And what's so great about that is I can take that recording, transcribe it later, put a note somewhere, get it organized for whatever it is. I'm working on my live event that's coming up this fall. One of the events that I'm doing, and so I'm getting lots of thoughts about how I want to structure that, what I want to do, how I want to serve, how I want to create that whole event, my envision, my visualization for that whole event. So I'm getting a lot of stuff like that. So I don't want to miss anything. So that's one way for you to do it while you're driving. Okay. Another is taking walks, getting out in nature. I know even if I'm just sitting on my patio in my backyard, if I just need a break, I'll just go sit outside and I'll let the sun beat on me for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it is, and I'll get tons of great ideas that way as well. Another way is cleaning and vacuuming. Think about how mindless that is. That is such routine. Do you ever notice that things pop into your mind when you're doing mundane, routine activities like that? That's an opportunity to fire up your brilliance and your genius. Sitting on a park bench is another way. Sleeping. Okay, Paul McCartney wrote yesterday. He woke up with yesterday. The music, the lyrics, the entire song, he woke up with it in his head one day, right at the very end of his sleep. I woke up with I Have Today. The whole poem was in my head. As soon as I woke up, I had to write it down right away. I got the whole thing written down. And that was the basis, that genius was the basis of the company that I have today. I Have Today. Like I said earlier on, the genius happens to us instantaneously. It happens so fast. How writers, songwriters all the time, musicians, artists, poets, others, novelists, they come up with these ideas. These musicians come up with these mega hit songs in 3 minutes. They write a brilliant song in 3 minutes. The genius comes quick. It's that quick. So we have to capture it, and we have to utilize that our resources to allow us to capture that genius, because like I said, when you try and remember it later, even 30 seconds later, it's gone. It's long gone. So that's how you do it. Those are the 3 steps. So you make sure you can capture the genius, you enhance your ability to capture it, and then you create other opportunities to receive it. Okay, what I want to add to this is a really important point. Don't stress over this. This isn't anything that you're supposed to stress about. You're supposed to be relaxed in this whole state. Don't worry that every time you go out for a walk, or you go to the park, or you go to the beach, that you have to have pen and paper with you in case you come up with a great idea. Chances are you'll have your phone with you, and thank God for our phones and our devices that are able to capture anything. We could type it out, we could text it out, we can type it out, or we can record it really quick. So don't stress over that. I love that, Gail. Gail just wrote, she gets song lyrics going on. That's awesome. That is your creative genius. And those of you here live on the webinar, tell me in the chat box what creative genius you get while you're either in the shower or doing something where you're in a relaxed meditative state. I chose the shower because it's such a high percentage, but there are other ways, as I stated here. And what you want to do is you want to take, because the shower, most of us shower once a day, some of us shower more, happens either in the morning or at night for most people. And another reason why the genius comes through that way, I just remembered this, that I read this, is we're tired. So in the morning, we're just waking up, we're groggy, we haven't really started getting going yet, right? It's a prime time for our subconscious to come up with all, to go to work. It's going to work then. And then at night, we're tired. Same thing. That's why so much of it comes then. But let me go back to my point. I want you to just relax through this and don't stress about it. Trust this, that 2 points I want to make. Okay, my screen went blank. I'm going to keep talking on the webinar here and hope that you're still there. Okay. Listen, if you can still hear me and see me on the webinar, sorry about this on Facebook, can you write me something in the chat box? Hang on guys, I'm almost done. Can you see me and hear me? Let me see who's in the room. Sorry about this technology. I see you guys there. Morgan, Sharon, Christopher, Claire, any of you guys, if you could see me and hear me, please let me know. Write something in the chat box. Otherwise, I'm going to have to... Sorry about this. I'll keep going on Facebook. Okay. I'm just going to keep going, and I'll catch them up. I'll record the end after. So anyway, a couple points that I wanted to make about it. That not every idea is supposed to be acted upon. I mean, think about all the ideas that we have. I mean, if we acted on every single idea, there aren't enough hours in the day. There's just not. But what I notice is that some thoughts play over and over in my mind. Some thoughts, some ideas, some genius, some brilliance. That's a sign to take action. So when a thought or an idea keeps coming up over and over again for you, that's your sign to take action on it. So, and then the rest, just let them come to you whenever they come to you. And always, this is what I know for sure, inspired action. You want to be working on things from an inspired place, not a forced place. So as the ideas come for you, and it's like, oh, I got a great idea, then you act on it. So for example, yesterday I was on the treadmill and all of a sudden I got a great idea. And it was so good, I didn't want to lose it. I literally hit pause on the treadmill at the gym, hopped off, went to a corner and typed it in my phone so that I wouldn't lose it. And that's a way to do it too. Like as soon as you get the inspired idea, do something about it. At least record it, even if you don't end up taking any action on it. So, brilliance received in the shower is just one of the miraculous gifts that God has given us the ability to do. And as creators, and we are all creators, and I hope that you know this, we are all meant here to create. Finding new ways to tap into that is part of our journey, and it's part of our fun. And I always say this, our life is supposed to be fun. So enjoy it, have fun with it, and now you can enjoy your showers even more without too much information. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I always give you my affirmation statements. I have them, then I'm going to give you a quote, and then I'm going to give you my gift. Okay, the affirmation statements for this week are, love it is, I love the genius I receive in the shower. I love that. I love the genius I receive in the shower. The thank it is, I am so grateful for the creativity I receive. Okay, I am so grateful for the creativity I receive. I see your comment, Gail. Thank you. And then bring it. I love shower power, and I use that power all throughout my day. I love shower power, and I use it all throughout my day. Okay. Those are the affirmation statements, and the quote is from Nolan Bushnell. He says, "Everyone who's ever taken a shower has an idea. It's the person who gets out of the shower, dries off, and does something about it who makes a difference." Isn't that a great quote? Okay, so what I'm going to offer you, I got two things left to do. I need to offer you my gift for today and then tell you about next week's show. Okay, so the gift, what I'm giving, and on Facebook, what I'll do is I will give you a link to it after. It's showing up on the screen on the webinar page, but I can't do that while I'm live here, so I'll have to post it after. But please, if you are on here and you are listening to this, take advantage of this, because what I'm giving you is I am giving you my, I have today, oh hey Linda, I have today complimentary 20-minute strategy session. This is such a gift, and it's such a gift for you, and I love doing these strategy sessions for people because I can do a lot in 20 minutes, and you can ask me anything. And what happens is with that, I am able to pinpoint what area of your life you need the most help and support in 20 minutes, in 20 short minutes. I can do that. And then what I can do is I can help you and give you the guidance that you need to help you in that area of your life, which is such a gift. And that's what I give you is the strategy. So that's why I call this a complimentary 20-minute strategy session, because the strategy is all about you and making whatever's going on in your life, giving you the strategies to help it work for you in a much healthier, much more fulfilling way, creating peace, love, joy, happiness. That's what I'm all about, is having those feelings in every area of your life, every day of your life. So I highly encourage you, if you are on Facebook, hang on, wait for me to post the video and then post the link for the strategy session, okay? Because you don't know what a gift that is for you. That's a gift that you give. Give yourself the gift of the decision of doing that. It's 20 minutes, right? And I'm happy to do that for you. It's my gift to you. Okay. So our topic for next week, you are so worth it. That is the topic. I say these words all the time, but I am devoting my whole webinar next week to show you just how worthy you are, just how special you are, just how valuable you are, and really just create heightened awareness of the fact that lack of self-worth and self-esteem and self-love is epidemic in this world, particularly with women, and it needs to stop. And I am committed to seeing that stops for women. I want women to know how valuable they are. I want them to live in their purpose and live in passion and live in love and joy and really know how worthy they are. So that's next week's topic. Oh, Gail, I see that. I hope you don't miss it either. Please, you know what I'm going to tell you to do right now, actually in both screens here. If you want more information, and actually a couple things. This is what I do with my webinar is basically my blog. So I write my blog and I do my webinar on the same topic, and I pick one topic for that week so that you really ingrain it in your life. And if you're doing these 3 strategies for a week, that's how we create the anchors, and that's how we create healthy habits, and that momentum keeps building a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more each and every week, and that's what creates lasting, permanent change in our lives. And all of a sudden you notice you're just feeling more fulfilled, you're feeling happier, you created an awareness, you weed things out of your life that aren't serving your life, and you live your life more intentionally, more in the present moment. So with that note, if you're not subscribed to my blog, you can subscribe to it on my website at ihavetoday.com, okay? And visit my blog and subscribe there. Or you can email me. Send me a personal email. I'm going to see it. I answer all of them at info@dianeforster.com. That's info@DIANEFORSTER.com. And you can also set up the strategy session there too. We can do it there. But I can also give you a PDF of what we talked about today. So if you want it in writing, I'm happy to do that for you too. So anyway, register for the webinar. If like someone like you, Gail, register for the webinar as well, because you only have to register once, and then you're in, and you will get reminders every single week of that week's topics, and then you'll get reminders about the replay in case you can't be there live. So I'm happy to do that for you too. So anyway, that was our topic for this week. I hope you got a lot of value out of it. It's a lot of fun. I mean, power of the shower. Now, aren't you going to shower a whole new way? Think about it. Don't forget, bring your recorder in there. Just hit record, because even if nothing came to you, just delete the recording. No harm, no foul, right? And then remember to ask those questions, and then remember to take that power of that state that you're in into the other areas of your life, your meditation, your walks, your working out, your drives, any other way where you can capitalize on that in your life as well. So on that note, good for you, Gail. On that note, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have an amazing day. I send you my love, and I will see you guys soon. Mwah. Thanks. Bye-bye.